take me so high that when I leave to your ocean, I dive deep.
Hey guys, how you doing? How you feeling? It's CharyJay and welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday, so it's time for another Q&A video. And instead of answering a series of questions this week, I'm actually just going to tackle one, because once I read the question, I thought I should address it, because if you've been following my channel for a while, then you probably knew this happened to me, and maybe you had kind of the same question since I've been making these vegan videos. So without further ado, I'm just going to read the question. So the question is from Cheris829, and she actually left this question on my latest What I Eat in a Day video. By the way, thank you guys so much for all of your feedback on that video. I'm glad you guys liked it, and I think I am going to continue to do those videos kind of like raw and unedited, and then have, like, you know, other videos be more fancy editing or whatever, or maybe I'll mix it up. I don't know, but I really do appreciate your feedback. So anyway, the question says, I'm very uneasy asking you about this, but kind of want to. So I found one of your super old videos about when you struggled with an eating disorder. Do you feel like any of that has seeped into your food experiences now? I am currently trying to explore in myself whether me going vegan was yet another attempt to constrict, etc. Totally understand if you don't want to reply. Kind of sensitive topic. By the way, the video helped me a lot. So if you don't know, I want to say like maybe 4 years ago, I posted a video talking about my eating disorder. I struggled with anorexia as a teenager, and it's something that was never really addressed, and it got so bad. I remember my sister came back from college for summer break, and we were just talking or whatever, and I told her that I hadn't had my period for 6 months, and she was like, what? That is not good, that's a problem. And I was like, I'm happy, I don't have to deal with no cramps. Like, what are you talking about? This is awesome. And she immediately told my mom, and my mom was just like, it's a phase, like, she'll get over it. And it should have been addressed. Like, looking back on it, it should have been addressed. I should have got some help, but you know, I kind of just figured it out as I got older. But I've always struggled with body image issues. I mean, even, you know, just now as an adult, like, I still have times where I'm just like, oh god, like, you know, I hate the way I look or whatever. But I'm more, what is the way to say this? I've kind of gotten okay with myself. Like, I've been dealing with just, you know, loving myself the way it is, like loving myself in any size or at every size, and just loving myself regardless of the way I look, and just self-acceptance as a whole. But getting back to your question, so going vegan, was it a way for me to constrict? First, let me say, before I answer the question, I want to say that eating disorders, in my opinion, because I'm not, you know, a doctor or anything, but in my opinion, eating disorders is kind of like alcoholism, or if you know, you're a drug addict. Like, it's gonna stay with you for the rest of your life. You're always gonna, you know, have those thoughts like, oh, you know, if I can just, you know, starve myself for this period of time, I can lose this amount of weight in this period of time. And I, you know, I've always felt that way ever since I kind of got over starving myself, because it's just like something there. It's like, you know, the feeling of being lightheaded and having an empty stomach and kind of feeling like you're gonna pass out. Like, instead of, for some people, thinking, oh my god, I need to eat, I would think like, oh, this is great, because I know if I just, you know, keep at it, I'm gonna lose this much weight tomorrow, you know, once I step on the scale. And it's just, you know, something you have to deal with, and something that I've dealt with. And now that I'm a vegan, I feel like I finally found something that works for me, because I like to eat, you know what I'm saying? Like, I at one point was even thinking about being bulimic. This is, you know, way back when I was a teenager and dealing with anorexia. I was just like, well, maybe I should just be bulimic, because I do like to eat. But then I found out that your teeth can rot out, and I was just like, no, absolutely not. And then I actually threw up one day when I was sick, and I was like, people do this voluntarily? Like, this is so horrible. Absolutely not. So that was like, can't do that. But I think, you know, when it comes to eating, I like to eat. I enjoy food. I like the way food tastes. So I think that's why I like being vegan so much, because I feel as though, although it's very restricting because you don't eat meat, dairy, or seafood, I still feel there's like an abundance of foods and meals that I can eat. So I feel like I'm not restricting myself when I'm a vegan. I feel like I can have as much as I want. Now obviously you can overeat being a vegan, but I feel as though I'm eating meals that are healthy, and so if I want to get a second helping of something, I don't feel bad because I know it's not crazy fattening and it's good for me. So that's the reason why I think when I found veganism and decided to try it out, I felt good. Like, I didn't feel bad getting a second helping of food. I didn't feel bad after I ate the second helping of food. It wasn't like it was heavy on my stomach. I didn't get the itis. So for me, that's why I don't look at being a vegan as, okay, I'm going to want to be anorexic again, or I'm going to start restricting, all these things. Now, there are some things obviously that I don't want to do. Like, there's so many vegan foods, and there's so, like Oreos for instance, that's like that's vegan and it's not good for you. And there's all this other stuff. Like, I could just seriously get back into my old habits of just eating like cereal and just snacking on cereal and be like, well, this is okay because this is vegan, but it's not healthy. So instead of taking the approach of restriction and still be vegan, I'm going to go the whole foods route of being vegan and eating what's good for me, so I feel good. I mean, that's why I decided to dabble into veganism anyway, because I wasn't feeling great. I was feeling really crappy, and I was tired of feeling like my diet is going to ruin my life, basically. Like, I'm not eating right. I feel like crap. I'm sick of this. I need to find something that works. So that's why, veganism has worked for me. Now, there is a lot of people, I've seen videos, they go vegan as a way to lose weight, and then they develop orthorexia, which is basically another eating disorder where you focus on just healthy foods. Like, you're obsessed about one aspect of a diet. So a lot of people say, oh, I can't have any fats, and that's where the oil debate comes in, where you're saying you can't have any oil, don't use oil to cook your foods and all that stuff. And then you have the other people who do the raw till 4 and the high carb, low fat, and just, it gets crazy, I think, when you start looking at it from that point of view. And that's why I choose not to do that. I'm just like, I'm a newbie vegan still. I mean, I've been vegan since May, but I still think that's kind of new. I'm trying all these new recipes. I'm still new into this thing, so I'm not trying to go hardcore into this type of veganism where I can only do this or I can only do that. I'm not doing that. Like, I can't get into that, because if I start doing, going into that thing, it might trigger something in me that I might want to get back to. Can't have that, can't do this, so maybe I should not eat until, I don't want to get into that, because I know myself well enough that that's like danger zones. So for me, it's just like, eat healthy, eat a lot of whole foods, eat a lot of nutritious, fulfilling meals, and eat until you feel satisfied, and try to drink a lot of water. And if you feel like you need to eat again, eat again. Like I said, it's something you always deal with when you had an eating disorder. I feel like you're going to deal with it all your life. But I think I finally found something that works for me, that doesn't make me want to say, don't eat, or you should skip that meal. And I'm continuing to lose weight. Like, I just started working out consistently the beginning of this week, and seeing the scale go down without me having to starve myself has been the most exciting experience, because I've dealt with this for so long, and I've always felt like I've had to restrict. Like, I can't eat this or I can't eat that. And although I'm not eating a lot of different things, obviously, because I'm vegan, like I said before, I'm trying some really awesome freaking recipes that taste amazing and make me feel amazing at the same time. So I hope that answers your question. I hope you're not choosing to go vegan as a way to restrict yourself, because I don't think that that's healthy, and I don't think you should look at veganism that way. I think it should be a positive thing. I don't think it should be a negative thing. So I hope that this helps you. If you guys want to check out the video, I'm not even going to link it. It's so old. I think if you just type in like CharyJay anorexia or something, it'll come up. If you are dealing with an eating disorder, I think you should definitely look into getting some help. If I could go back in time and get myself some help, I would have, because I think it would have like helped me a lot growing older. I mean, I was in college dealing with an eating disorder. I met Derek when I was happy to have my own dorm room just so I could starve myself without any questions. Like, if I had nipped that in the butt when I told my sister that I was starving myself and didn't have my period for 6 months, I'm sure I wouldn't have dealt with that well into my adulthood. So if you're dealing with that, girl, definitely get help. But if that's not the case, I hope you're doing well, and I hope that this video helped you or helped some of you guys out there. And with that, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have questions, make sure you leave them down below, because I will do a video like this every Saturday. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope all of you guys are doing well out there. I know that there's a lot going on right now in the world, and I almost didn't want to make a video today, which is why this one is going to be super late. But I just keep praying, because that's all you can do in situations like this. It's like every single day something else happens and you're just like, what can we do? We can march, but then we might get shot marching. Like, you know, people are talking about the police officers that got shot, but also a civilian got shot as well. So it's just like, what can we really do besides vote? You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm gonna end this video. I didn't want to have this all be a negative video, but it had to be said. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in the next video tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the video. Okay, bye.